Welcome back to Tips College Football Recruiting Update. Today I'm going to talk about Rashan Gary, the new #1 recruit in 24/7 Sports 2016 Composite rankings. Previously, Jacob Eason was #1, and I'll talk about him and some of the others that could potentially fight for this #1 spot. But first, I want to talk about Gary. And, in Gary, you have a defensive tackle, 6'4", 290 pounds, runs a 4.7, 4.40. That's the kind of athleticism that you look for in these five-star #1 type players. The type of players that can make plays all over the field are not going to be outclassed anywhere at any level because of the athleticism they bring to the table. And that's the #1 thing that I like about Mr. Gary as I sit here and watch his film. It's the way he comes off the ball, the athleticism that he has. He makes tackles from sideline to sideline. You see right here, he makes the tackle on the other team's sideline all the way across the field. You don't normally see defensive tackles make plays like that. I mean, here you are right here. You saw him get in the quarterback's face, calls a high throw, just being the disruptive force that you want a defensive tackle. And, as I talked about Gary's athleticism, also his explosiveness off the ball, his leverage. I love the way he uses his leverage at this level, at the high school level. And you have to remember when you watch this film, he's just a junior. He's 16 or 17 years old in this film. So with a couple of years of college coaching and in a college strength and conditioning program, you'll see Gary turn into the type of player that could be a top 10, top 5, possible #1 overall pick later on down the road in the NFL draft in a couple of years. And right now Alabama leads the crystal ball submissions on the crystal ball prediction thing that 24/7 does, where all the analysts get together and they'll make predictions for where these recruits go. But Michigan is making a push, and that'll be something that's interesting to watch, in my opinion, because when you watch Michigan, you see players like Jabril Peppers, who came out of New Jersey just a couple years ago, which is where Rashan Gary's from. Michigan's always recruited the Northeast, and in particular New Jersey, that area well. So that's something to watch moving forward, because people see these top-rated recruits and think, of course you see Alabama there, and when they lead the crystal ball, you think they're a surefire lock, but that's not the case. And I think that's something to watch all the way to signing day here with Rashan Gary. I think he's going to go to Michigan in the end. I like what Jim Harbaugh is able to do over there, and I think that he'll be able to reel Gary in. And just real quick before I go, I want to talk about some of the other top 5 recruits that could possibly get this #1 spot. You have Greg Little, offensive tackle, committed to A&M, Texas A&M. Shavar Manuel, uncommitted, out of Bradenton, Florida. I mentioned Jacob Eason, committed to Georgia, quarterback. And then Derek Brown, defensive tackle, out of Buford, Georgia. And that's about all the time I have for today, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at FridayNightSportsFocus_tip.